Juju Watkins has agreed to a multi-year contract extension with Nike, reportedly in one of the richest shoe endorsement deals in.
Nike has always been a powerhouse when it comes to identifying and endorsing rising stars in sports, making headlines recently with a multi-year contract extension for Juju Watkins.
Own it, and this was in Iowa. They had other ads and things that came out, but since then it's been
no Nike commercial for Clark as a pro. No Caitlin Clark commercial. She's had 4 years of being the biggest star in all of sports, driving all these television ratings.
The deal is reportedly one of the richest in women's basketball history, underscoring Nike's emphasis on the potential of the young USC star. Yet, this decision to heavily back Watkins has sparked controversy and raised questions about Nike's treatment of other athletes under its endorsement umbrella, especially Caitlin Clark. With Clark's incredible achievements and immense popularity, some fans feel that Nike has sidelined her in favor of newer faces like Watkins and established stars like A'ja Wilson. The debate centers on whether Nike is missing a golden opportunity or making a strategic move to cultivate the next generation of basketball icons. Juju Watkins is an emerging talent in women's basketball, standing at 6'2", and already turning heads with her impressive stats and skills. Averaging 27 points per game as a guard, she has quickly become a key player to watch. Nike's decision to extend its partnership with Watkins makes sense from a business perspective. She's young, charismatic, and has a style of play that appeals to both fans and aspiring athletes. Her potential as a marketable figure in women's basketball is evident, and Nike's investment in her could yield substantial returns over the long run. By locking down Watkins with a lucrative deal, Nike is positioning her as one of the faces of their basketball line. The move is indicative of Nike's broader strategy of capturing the next wave of talent before they fully break into the professional scene, hoping to build a long-term relationship as these athletes grow. Yet, this emphasis on the new talent has come at a cost, as it has sparked concerns among fans of other players who feel overshadowed, particularly Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's journey to stardom is nothing short of remarkable. Standing at 6 feet tall, she has dazzled fans with her deep three-pointers, scoring versatility, and leadership on the court. Her impact extends beyond just statistics. She has a fan base that spans across demographics, and her presence in the WNBA has driven television ratings and merchandise sales. Despite these achievements, fans feel that Nike has not given Clark the same level of marketing attention and support as it has offered to newer players like Watkins or even established stars like A'ja Wilson. Clark's supporters argue that she has already proven her marketability, and a signature shoe or a dedicated ad campaign could have been a huge success for Nike. When Clark was named the WNBA Rookie of the Year, her fans expected a major endorsement push from Nike, similar to the ones seen from other rising stars. Yet, Nike's response seems slow and lacking in enthusiasm. By contrast, Adidas seized the moment, congratulating Clark publicly and showcasing her as a future star, a move that left many questioning Nike's priorities. In recent years, Nike's marketing focus has heavily centered on A'ja Wilson, a multi-time MVP and one of the WNBA's most consistent stars. Wilson has been a cornerstone for the Las Vegas Aces, leading them to victories and earning accolades that cement her status as one of the top players in the league. Nike's emphasis on promoting Wilson, including releasing a signature shoe line for her, aligns with their strategy to back established stars who have already built a strong following in professional basketball. Wilson's influence on the court and within the broader sports community cannot be understated, and her advocacy for social justice issues has further bolstered her public profile. But Nike's decision to prioritize Wilson over Clark, especially in terms of marketing campaigns and ad spots, has stirred debate. Fans of Clark feel that Wilson's influence within Nike may have contributed to the brand focusing its promotional efforts on her, rather than taking advantage of Clark's rising star power. Clark's supporters see Nike's approach as a missed opportunity, arguing that the brand is failing to capitalize on the momentum she's built. Her Indiana Fever jersey has reportedly sold out in all sizes, an indicator of her marketability and the enthusiasm surrounding her. The success of Clark's jersey sales suggests that a signature shoe, or even a focused marketing campaign, could yield significant returns. Fans have pointed out that if Nike were to release a Caitlin Clark shoe, it would likely sell out quickly, given her dedicated fan base and widespread appeal. Yet, Nike's strategy seems to be more about balancing a diverse roster of talent than betting heavily on any single player. By spreading their focus across different athletes, both emerging stars like Watkins and established figures like Wilson, Nike might be aiming for long-term brand stability rather than immediate gains. This approach, however, comes with risks, especially if fans perceive the brand as neglecting their favorite players. The backlash has already started to materialize, with some of Clark's supporters turning to competitors like Adidas, who have been quicker to recognize her achievements and potential. The discontent among Caitlin Clark's fan base has become increasingly vocal, with many expressing frustration over Nike's lack of support for the player they view as a generational talent. These fans, who have watched Clark dominate the college basketball scene and now the WNBA, expected Nike to embrace her fully as one of the faces of their basketball line. Instead, they feel that Nike's focus on other athletes sends a message that Clark's contributions are being undervalued. This sentiment has led to some fans boycotting Nike products, opting to support brands that they feel are more in tune with their appreciation for Clark's talents. Adidas has been a key beneficiary of this shift. By being quick to congratulate Clark on her Rookie of the Year win and offering more visible support, Adidas has positioned itself as a brand that values the athlete's contributions and potential. This has resonated with fans who feel that Nike is failing to give Clark her due recognition. The situation with Caitlin Clark highlights a broader issue for Nike: how to balance the promotion of established stars with the nurturing of new talent. Historically, Nike has excelled at building long-term relationships with athletes, signing them early in their careers and helping to shape their public image. This strategy has worked for them across different sports, creating iconic partnerships that have defined entire eras in athletics. Yet, in the current landscape of women's basketball, the approach appears to be more complex. With athletes like Juju Wilson demanding more focus and new stars like Juju Watkins rising quickly, Nike is faced with the challenge of distributing its marketing resources in a way that keeps all its athletes engaged and feeling valued. For a brand that prides itself on being in tune with the sports community, failing to properly acknowledge an athlete like Caitlin Clark could be seen as a significant oversight. Adidas has been quick to capitalize on Nike's perceived hesitation with Caitlin Clark, offering public support and recognition that has endeared them to her fans. When Clark won the Rookie of the Year award, Adidas wasted no time in acknowledging her accomplishment, contrasting sharply with Nike's more subdued response. This move positioned Adidas as a brand that is not only aware of Clark's potential, but also eager to support her journey. This savvy marketing move by Adidas has paid off, with more of Clark's supporters choosing to buy Adidas products over Nike. For Adidas, the opportunity to support a player of Clark's caliber allows them to strengthen their foothold in women's basketball, a market that is becoming increasingly competitive as the WNBA gains more visibility and popularity. The future of Nike's relationship with Caitlin Clark remains uncertain. While the brand has made some moves to support her, many of her fans feel that these gestures have been too little, too late. For Nike, the challenge lies in demonstrating that they recognize Clark's value without alienating other stars in their roster. This might mean increasing their promotional efforts around Clark, giving her more visibility in campaigns, and potentially offering her a signature shoe line to capitalize on her marketability. If Nike fails to adjust its strategy, the consequences could be significant. The brand risks not only losing out on the immediate sales that Clark's popularity could generate, but also alienating a fan base that has been loyal to the swoosh for years. The rise of Adidas as a competitor willing to support Clark further complicates the situation, giving fans an alternative brand that they feel better represents their interests.